everyone, my name is Kate Mazzacano with Trompeter powered by SERHANT. Today I'm going to walk you through the steps to buying your home. Part one of the home buying process is all about preparation. First step is creating a list of needs and wants that you're looking for in a piece of real estate. When I first moved from Brooklyn to Jersey City, I needed at least 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Outdoor space was a must. I lived for 24 years without any sort of outdoor space. So I needed some sort of outdoor and proximity to the city. So Jersey City is where I looked, and that was part of my criteria. The second step to buying a home is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. So this is an important step, and it requires you reaching out to a lender or a bank to get a pre-approval letter. What they do is they look at your credit, they assess your financial situation, and they determine how much they would be willing to lend you. It's always a good idea to get a pre-approval letter because any offer you submit needs to be accompanied by a pre-approval. Part 2, the hunt. It's my favorite part. Number 3 is viewing homes. This is my absolute favorite step. This is where you get to view homes, whether you're going to open houses. Your agent can actually schedule showings based on your availability. This is a great way too to narrow down your search even more. You get to see what you like versus what you don't like. For instance, 4-floor walk-up, no thanks. Or there's no laundry, no go. I need laundry in the unit. Again, this is a nice way to really hone in on your dream home. Number 4 is make an offer. This is a very exciting step. You and your agent will work together and craft the best offer possible. Just remember, the listing price is just a starting point. The actual offer can be below list, at list, or even in some cases above list price. Your agent will know the market well and be able to help you put your best foot forward and create an offer that gets accepted. Step 5 is negotiation. So once you put your offer in, there can be some back and forth between the seller as well as you. And this is where your agent comes in because they are skilled negotiators and they can help you get the best for your money. When I bought my first apartment in Brooklyn, I didn't use an agent and I didn't even know you could negotiate. In hindsight, I probably could have gotten that property for a little bit less. Lesson learned the hard way. Number 6, attorney review. So attorney review is where the buyer's attorney will go through all the documents and paperwork and get the contract ready to close. The buyer's lawyer may make changes to the actual contract in the buyer's best interest. Did you know in the state of New Jersey, during attorney review process, another deal can come in that outbids you, knocking you out of the deal? It's crazy, right? It happens very rarely, but I like my buyers to be aware. It's very Sopranos, New Jersey, very Sopranos. In the state of New Jersey, attorney review can take anywhere from 3 to 10 business days. Don't know how to find a good real estate attorney? Ask your agent. They should have a few they trust and work with all the time. Part 3 of buying a home is logistics. Kind of a boring part, but it's a necessity. So number 7 is contract of sale. So right after attorney review is over, you are officially in contract. And at this point, your first down payment is due. It's a down payment deposit and it is held in escrow until you officially close. 8 is the home inspection, which is actually kind of a fun one. You get to come on the home inspection with your agent and a professional home inspector. Again, we have home inspectors we use all the time that we can refer you to, but this is a really nice time to go through the home and ask all the questions. A home doesn't come with a user manual, so ask the inspector, where's my water valve shut off? How do I change the HVAC filter? Or any concerns that you might have. Now you're gonna be officially owning this place and you want to manage it and take care of it as best you can. Number 9 is schedule a home appraisal. So whatever lender or bank you're using needs to have an appraiser come out. They hire a third-party appraiser to come and evaluate the property and make sure it is actually worth what they are willing to lend you. You don't have to come to this. It's just the agent would let the appraiser into the unit and they evaluate it and get back to the lender. They just need to make sure what they are lending you is actually what the place is worth. Last but not least is part 4 of the buying process, and this is all about closing. Number 10, closing confirmation. So typically about 3 days from your closing date, you will get something called a closing disclosure from the lender or bank that you choose to finance with. And this calculates all of your costs. So don't get discouraged. When I first bought my first apartment, I did it alone and I got the closing disclosure and I had a mini freak out because it's basically line item and it can be a lot. But a good rule of thumb thumb for buyers to keep in mind is that closing costs typically cost between 2 to 3% of your offer. Just a nice rule of thumb so you're not totally surprised when you get the closing disclosure. Number 11, the final walkthrough. So for the final walkthrough, you should schedule that 24 hours before the actual closing. I like to do it the morning of, but it should be no more than 24 hours before your closing. You know, there could be something that happened in the house, there could be, you know, a water leak, there could be an electrical issue. So you want to do the walkthrough the day of and just make sure everything is what it's supposed to be. All the seller's furniture is out and it's ready to move in, and that is usually the day of closing. And number 12, the final step is closing, the actual closing. So during the closing, you and your lawyer sit down and you basically sign your life away, but in a good way. You know, you sign all the paperwork, you get your title or your deed, and most importantly, you get the keys to your new home. Just so you know, closing usually takes about an hour. So a lot of people ask me that, oh, should I take the day off? It really only takes an hour to 2 hours, most. Congratulations, you are officially a home owner and you're building your equity. Hope you enjoyed this series on becoming a home buyer. My name is Kate Mazzacano and I'm with Trompeter, powered by SERHANT. See you on the next one.